Yeah, well, I'm gonna be really brief because again, so like Val just said, Dennis pretty much said a mouthful. Um, because I what I don't want to happen is what normally happens in the mirror off of what Dennis was talking about was getting back to the same old US of A. You know, how long, the protests, and then after a week or two, be back to the same. Because this is not the first, and this is no different than the lynchings that were going on, the public lynchings, because they were killed by the police themselves and just brought out the whole community to watch the lynchings.
Yeah.
So it's no different. So we're talking about something, and we talk about, even after slavery, and we go into the early 1900s when it was just so common just to see a lynching, you know, and now it's social media. Now it's so common just to see a lynching because it whether it's by rope or whether it's by somebody's knee in your neck, and what makes this so different again, like you say, the pandemic. Everybody was home and everybody's watching the news basically because of the pandemic. And social media. And this time is not just here, it's just like the pandemic, it went global. So hopefully this time is just not forgotten about, you know, because actually, as we speak, more people are being killed by the police. I'm still seeing stuff. So it's still happening, even during the protests. So are we just gonna have these discussions? Are we gonna even come up with even if we come up with some type of solutions? And yes, we need everybody. And I was talking to Beth earlier, yesterday. Told her, look, we need our white friends to speak up. See, they used to hearing us, but when they hear it from you, it's different. They kind of listen to it a little bit more. When you start getting on the front lines, it's different. Even during the civil rights movement, civil rights era, a lot of those things would not have been accomplished had it not been all races of different, well, and especially the white people, had not been for that unity. Because I even went back as far as the anti-slavery movement doing with the Quakers. That's how it worked. We can't do this by ourselves because they don't hear us until we start breaking windows and looting, and then so now we going by it the wrong way. I don't condone it. But sometimes when you hollering at people and they don't hear you, sometimes you got to hit them upside the head with something so they can feel you. But I go back to what I heard earlier about the economic pitch that would that the pressure of economics, because when you start messing with people's pocket, yeah, they will listen to you. But are we gonna come together on that in unity? Hopefully, hopefully. Will it just stop that on that? I don't think so. America was built on racism. So you can look at that like a old tree that's been here for hundreds of years. The root of that tree is so deep. In order to dig that tree up, you got to find the roots of, you probably never find that. But you're going to have to start somewhere in this because the roots of racism is so deep because it was built on it. So there's always going to be some undertones, always going to be some people that you will not change their minds. But it's the people that are in power are the people that we're going to have to deal with, because the other people, we just not, it's not going to work. Some people are just going to always think the same way. It was passed down, like Dad was saying, generation to generation. You know, the thinking. I thought my great granddaddy was a Confederate soldier, and and he didn't like black folk. He thought they were animals. So that's what he taught me. And so so that's what I'm going to teach my children. But I think a lot of people are just waking up. And if you have any kind of heart at all, you have any kind of heart at all, when you see something like that, how can you look at another human being being murdered and begging for their life and not feel something for that and want that to change and think it's wrong? Well, it's some people that don't see anything wrong with it still. And those are the people that we can't worry about them. But we need to work with the people who are willing. We need to work with the people who are willing to stand on the front lines. And I thank everybody for being on this call. I thank everybody, usually I'm asleep by now. I had to get up early in the morning. So I might have to log off myself, but I appreciate y'all listening to me. Um, Everybody who contributed to this, I pray that you continue to contribute. Don't stop tonight. Don't stop next week. We can't even stop on November the 4th. We got to keep going until it changes. Then we can't even stop then. What we're talking about with the pandemic is the new normal. The fight to end racism is the new normal. It's going to have to be in order for it to change. Thank you.